are here clambering down the doors. Please don't crush. Just worry about people at the front. Just ease off. All right. I know there's a lot of you, but one at a time, please. Form an orderly queue if you've got a question. Jackie is in the house as always. Good to see you, Jackie. And orderly queue. Don't all rush at once if you've got yourself a question. And yeah, if you haven't, then that's fine too, because I've got some, thank the Lord. Because if I'm relying on people asking, could be in some degree of trouble. So let's hit it. Do we offer any treatment for eczema? No, we don't offer any treatment for eczema. So eczema will be treated by a dermatologist. So we are all surgeons at the clinic. I have actually thought that it would be good to have a dermatologist there on a separate note, because I think it would be useful. So dermatologists are very good at kind of treating skin conditions like eczema and kind of more chronic skin conditions, so rashes and skin conditions. That is a dermatologist that you want for that. Sorry, I can't see the comments. Surgify Industries saying hi. Hi, Surgify. Nice to see you. So that will be a dermatologist who would treat that, not us. There are some things that we both will treat. So things like skin lesions, dermatologists will remove them and we will remove them. But there are some things that only dermatologists do, which would be more like your skin rashes and eczema and the like. They're much more attuned to medical treatments, creams, ointments, tablets. We don't really do so much medical treatment of things. We're very much surgical guys. I'm surgical items. Well done, Surgify. Good luck with that. Good. Yeah, we don't do eczema. How are I happy to something for my products? Yeah, Surgify. We're all right for surgical treatments. By all means, stay and listen to the questions and answers. By all means, but in terms of ordering instruments, I won't be putting any orders in this evening, Surgify. So yeah, thanks for dropping in. Glad you found me. So there you go. How are ears pinned back, i.e. stitched, clipped, etc.? Yeah, I don't think the word clipped or pinned back is very helpful in terms of ear correction. I know everyone uses it and says that ears are pinned back when you're describing a prominent ear correction, but they're not pinned back. The essence of the surgery is reshaping the cartilage. So the cartilage is reshaped somehow. And yes, there are different ways the cartilage is reshaped, but you have to sort of restructure the shape of the cartilage. You don't kind of just pin the ear to the side of your head or pin it back and you don't just sort of like stitch it back. So it's actually quite a difficult, quite a nuanced operation that I actually don't do anymore. I used to do, well, we all did loads of them. When you're training, you do loads of them, but I haven't done it in so long that I've said, look, I don't I don't really want to do it because the other guys are doing it. So I don't actually do it. It's actually not easy getting it right. It's quite subtle, the shape of the ear, and it's quite difficult to do. And we do it through an incision posteriorly because you don't want to have an incision that you can see. So you want to do it with an incision on the back of the ear. And broadly speaking, there's two ways to do it. One is by scoring the cartilage, which you make a full thickness cut in the cartilage. So then you can get to the front of the cartilage, you deglove the ear, get to the front of the cartilage and score the cartilage so that the cartilage naturally bends back. And then you put some stitches in the skin. And so it's the scoring of the cartilage which has caused that reshaping. And the problem with that is it's got risk of complications because you're degloving the ear. It's quite traumatic what you do to the ear. You sort of take all the skin off the front of the cartilage, and then you have a big bulky dressing for that skin to stick down again. And if you get any problems like hematoma or anything like that, you can have problems with vascularity. So it can have complications. And so the other way of doing it is by using sutures. So using long-term sutures, usually permanent sutures, you know, 2 or 3 sutures in the back of the ear just to bring it back and to reset it, so that you're reconstituting the antihelical fold, which is this fold here. So often people with a coronary ear don't have that fold, so you reconstitute that fold. Also, there can be a problem with the concha being too big, which is this kind of bowl here. So you can reduce the concha, and you can also bring the ear back closer to the mastoid, that bone sort of behind the ear. So reset the whole ear back, as well as reshaping the cartilage, and that can be done with permanent sutures, or it can be done with the sort of degloving technique where you recontour the cartilage. And then either way, the skin is closed with stitches, but it's actually not the skin closure that is doing the job. You kind of done the job inside. You're not really relying on the skin closure to bring the ears back. And it's stitches. We tend not to use clips. Oh, in terms of clips, you might be talking about the, what's it called, Ear Buddy? Oh God, we did loads on it. Ear Buddy doesn't sound right. What's it called? Auto, maybe it's called. Anyway, there was a clip that you could put on the ear. Oh God, did loads of videos on it, and Mark Lloyd did a Q&A. Anyway, there was a clip that you could put on the ear, which was a much simpler operation, just a clip to reconstitute that antihelical fold. It's a much simpler operation, and that did seem to gain some traction, but I think that company no longer exists, and I think they no longer, it'll come to me, Oto, what was it called? Ear Buddy sounds wrong. Anyway, it's no longer available, the clip, so you can't do the clip anymore. Do you remove dermal fibromas? Yeah, dermal fibromas, or do you mean dermatofibroma there maybe? Because there is a thing called a dermatofibroma. It's quite common, itchy raised lesion, often following some kind of trauma, like an insect bite or something like that. May not be remembered trauma, so there might just be a thing that comes up and it's itchy and raised. They're quite distinctive and can be a bit of a nuisance because they're itchy and they're annoying. So for sure we remove dermatofibromas, but if you mean dermal fibromas, yeah, a fibroma of the skin, we would remove a dermal fibroma. Can we remove a stye on the eyelid? No, a stye would be something that would be treated with an ophthalmic surgeon. So that would be more likely to be an ophthalmic surgeon rather than one of us. So yeah, so if you have something right on the lid, like a stye, or the other thing is an meibomian cyst that you can often get on your eyelid, that would be a ophthalmic surgeon. So we do not treat styes. Do we remove ingrown hairs? I mean, we'll do anything, you know, we'll do anything, well, apart from styes. I mean, an ingrown hair sounds like probably a bit more of a kind of thing that might be treated better by someone else, because we probably charge a bit too much for it, because it probably doesn't need a plastic surgeon to deal with it. But if you have, if you have a cyst or something which can be caused by an ingrown hair or some sort of problem, we can certainly treat it, and we can probably treat an ingrown hair, but it probably a bit too much for you know, you probably don't need to see us. If you have something like that, an ingrowing hair or something that perhaps potentially you think you want to have treated, what you're best off doing is giving us a call, getting in touch. WhatsApp's been a great modality for people to send us photos, because then we can give you an idea of how much it's going to cost, so you can have an idea before coming to clinic, because there's nothing worse than coming to clinic, think it's going to be 50 quid to get your ingrown hair sorted out, and you come to clinic and we tell you it's 1,000 quid or something, you know, and you're going to be like, oh my God, that's a waste of everyone's time. So we don't want to make it, you know, you don't want to sort of have it, you don't want to sort of you know, embarrassing or whatever, waste your time. So we give you an idea of how much it would cost. Well, first of all, whether we can help you, and also how much it costs before you come to clinic, so that when you come to clinic, you've got an idea what's what, and then we can have a consultation and go from there. But as I say, WhatsApp's been a really good resource for that, because it can save you having to come for a consultation. And if we can't help you, hopefully we'll point you in the direction of someone who might be able to help you, or maybe we'll give you some advice, maybe we'll give you some help, you know, just on the WhatsApp or whatever. I have keloid scars from, let's just see what's happened here. Oh, my good friends following me, that's nice, thank you. Nice. I have keloid scars from ear piercings, but I'd like my ears pinned back. Will I be at risk of more keloid scars? Yes, you will. So there are certain areas that are prone to keloid scars, and ear piercings is one of them. And there are certain skin types, or you know, people with certain skin types that are prone to keloid scars. So you could argue, well, I've had it on my ears, which is an area prone to keloid scars, but you're obviously got a tendency to keloid scar. So I would be very cautious about having any surgery at all, particularly any kind of cosmetic surgery. So if you're having surgery for a cosmetic reason, like pinning your ears back, I've just used the word myself, setting your ears back, should we say, reshaping your ears, then I would be very anxious that the cosmetic potential cosmetic outcome from the keloid scar will be worse than the benefit you're going to get from the reshaping your ear. So I would advise not to have your ears reshaped, pinned back, whatever you want to call it. And obviously, it depends on how bad it is and how much it affects you, because you need to weigh up the pros and cons of having surgery versus not having surgery. And that's one of the limitations of doing it like this in the virtual world. But in general terms, that's what I would say. Someone with a keloid scar, I would be very anxious about doing any kind of operation on them at all, because there's going to be a good risk that their scar that I give them will be keloid. So you have to be prepared for that and be very sure that it's worth doing the surgery, you know, given that you might develop a keloid scar. So yeah, once you got one, unfortunately, you have got risk of getting others. I'm sorry to say. So that's me. I can't. Did I say? I don't know if anyone can remember. Did I say I needed 100 followers on TikTok to do live TikTok, or did I say 1,000? Because I got 650. I thought it was 100. I just checked and I was 650, which I thought, wow, that sounds like a lot more than what I had before. But I still can't find the live button. So I might do this on TikTok as well, because I think TikTok is where it's at, isn't it? I need to start. I need to get more onto the social media train, don't I? I know I do. I know people tell me that I need to do it better and all that sort of stuff. I know. You're telling me stuff I know. Anyway, come on. I'm doing this. Let's just start. So I will be back next Tuesday. Yeah. Nothing happening next Tuesday. Same time, 7 o'clock. Same place, the Facebook, the YouTube, the Gram. So if you've got any burning questions, call me, message me, email me, write me a letter, and who knows, it might get itself into next week's show if you're lucky, but don't hold your breath. But either way, I will answer anyway, whether or not it gets into next week's show. And I will see you then. Lorraine. There you go. Look at that. That's what we need. That's what we need. Oh, is it 1,000 for TikTok? It's 1,000 for TikTok, apparently. Oh well. I thought I'd smashed it, and I haven't, have I? I've barely scratched the surface. Anyway, well, 650 ain't bad. Be 1,000 before you know it. I'm signing off. Good to see you, Lorena. Good job, someone's here. And I obviously I know how to come off the Instagram because I've done it before. There we go. So yeah, thanks for keeping the numbers up, and I'll see you tomorrow, Lorena.